Hey guys, this is Megan Hilt, and today I'm doing a collab video with Katy in Neverland, and here is the clip of her video.
And the whole time, the boy that's sitting next to me has my panties underneath his desk.
So now I bet you're intrigued, and I bet you're going to want to check out her video. Her link is below, so please go and watch her video. And basically what we're going to do is a storytime collab about our most embarrassing moment. So that was a little segment of hers, and you should check it out. And here we go with mine. So this happened approximately like between May to July of 2013. I can't remember exactly when it happened. Oh, by the way, Garrett is downstairs. He's being crazy again because, you know, it's the usual. He is kind of grumpy today. He is grumpy usually around this time. This is like almost 7. I just got home from the Sunday Sister Act show, so our matinee show. And I threw my hair up like normal, but it's like gross. And I have like weird marks on my face. This is from where the tape sits, where we tape the mic to our face, and it kind of makes weird marks in the foundation. Anyway, I just wanted to film this video really, really quickly. So this happened, yeah, the summer of 2013. And we had been living for 2 years with a family that we knew from church. And sorry, there's like a fly. We lived in what was their mother-in-law suite, kind of off their house. So there was their house, and then right, like really, really close was the mother-in-law suite that we lived in. It had a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. And we would do laundry over at their house and stuff, you know. So anyway, we lived there for a couple years, and this is the story of why we moved. So anyway, I'm gonna use fake names for all these people. So we lived with the I can't even remember their real last name. Oh, I remember. We lived with the Jones family, we knew them really, really well, and we had lived there for a couple years, and we had this cat named Voldemort. That's a real name. His name was really Voldemort, and he lived up to his name. He was really, really mean. I mean, like a legitimate, very, very mean cat. He had some anger issues, really. He really did. He was a very intense cat. Anyway, so we had these sliding doors that were kind of like facing their house, right? And facing their backyard area. And over those doors, we had these curtains up. It was the only curtains we could get. They were very flimsy, but they were hanging, you know, so we had these hanging curtains up. And I like to towel dry. I like to towel dry. Or air dry, not towel dry. I like to air dry. So I like to wrap in a towel and just dry naturally. I don't like to like rub off with a towel. I don't like that. I like to just air dry. So the one day I was sitting in the living room on the computer. So like here I am sitting at the desk, right? Wrapped in my towel. And then right here is the curtains in the door. So, I don't know what time it was, but I basically thought everyone was gone. Because I normally wouldn't have been like just chilling in a towel, you know, right next to the door. So anyway, I had this towel on, and Voldemort came over, and he started jumping up and down at the door and being crazy. And so I went to grab him. This is actually quite a short story. So anyway, I went to grab him, and I picked him up, and as I was picking up, his claws caught the curtain. And so like it kind of pulled the curtain away. And so I was trying to untangle his claws and stuff, because he was like ripping the curtains, you know. So I was trying to untangle his claws from the curtain and hold him and pull him away. And my towel fell. And the curtain pulled. So, you know, it was kind of like pulling, so there was an opening. And right then, me and the Joneses' son, who was like, how old was I in 2013? 23. He was like 19, maybe 20, I don't know. Was like right there, like right like here. I don't know what he was doing out there. He wasn't like purposely peeking in. He was out there doing something. And we made eye contact. And then he like saw everything. And I was like, so I like closed that up, and it was like horrible. So basically I like barricaded myself in my room, and I just like hid there. And I had to go to work too later, but I was like, I am not leaving this house until I know he's gone. So yeah, I called Tim, and I was like, Tim, we have to move. And And we had already wanted to move anyway. It wasn't like this was the reason why we moved. We'd already wanted to move because we were having to, oh, I never gave the son a name. Let's call him, I almost used his real name. Let's call him Steve. So Steve Jones. He saw me completely naked. And, so anyway, I'm getting red like thinking about it. Like, look at my cheeks. So anyway, I was so embarrassed. I called Tim and I was like, Tim, we need to move. And he was like, why? And so I told him everything and he was like, oh, yeah. And then I called my mom and my dad and my sister and I don't know if I called my sister, but I called my mom and dad and my mom was like, I don't know why you would move over that. And I was like, what? You know, if someone saw you completely naked, you would want to move too. I don't know. But like, I totally wanted to move. And we really already wanted to move anyway. We had already kind of been looking because they were only letting us do our laundry one day a week. Like, we were only being allowed to do our laundry on like Saturday. And like, I didn't own that many pairs of pants. Like, so it was like having to like double wear pants. I just didn't like it. And it was like they were giving us like an hour or two on Saturdays to wash our laundry, and it was like not enough for the loads of laundry we had to do. And I was a massage therapist that had a lot of sheets that I needed to wash for work, and it was just becoming like a big hassle. And they were constantly just like on us about why we stopped. We stopped going to that church because some crazy stuff happened at that church. That's a whole nother video. But we stopped going to that church, and they were like harassing us all the time about like, why aren't you going to the church? And then not too long after that, they stopped going there too. So whatever. But yeah, they were just, So yeah, we moved because then the 19 to 20-year-old son of the people we were renting from saw me completely naked. And I know that's not the most interesting story ever, but it is the most embarrassing thing probably that's ever happened to me. It was pretty darn embarrassing. Yeah, I think that would probably be it. I don't really have any other things that come even close to that. It was just so humiliating. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible. So yes, that, I can look at my face, like I literally like can't even, get away from me, fly. Like I blush so bad. Oh, anyway. Yeah, that was horrible. Oh, and then I had to like awkwardly see this like dude just around, you know, just around while we were still trying to move because we didn't get to move automatically, you know, and it was horrific. It was so embarrassing. I don't think he told his mom and dad, which thank goodness, that was nice at least. And I don't think he told anyone else, but I liked his sister a lot. He had a younger sister who was like in high school or something. And then that summer, like, you know, around that time, she was having her graduation party. So this must have happened in like the end of May or the beginning of June or something. And right before we moved out, we went to her graduation party, and it was so awkward because what's the name of the guy? What did I name him? Steve Jones, I think. Steve was engaged or had married already at this point. His girlfriend slash fiance slash wife. I don't know what she was, but he had obviously told her about it, and she like was so angry at me. She was like staring me down across the room, and it was like chick, I didn't like, hey, look at this, yeah, you know, I didn't do that. It was an accident, and I was horrified. I wasn't like, yeah, look at this. I wasn't trying to like seduce him. Obviously, that's not gonna work. I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It was just a horrible, horrible thing. I was so incredibly embarrassed, and yeah, that's all I can think of. So that is my most embarrassing story. I know it's probably pretty lame, but I can't think of anything else that comes anywhere close to that story. Maybe I have a hard time getting embarrassed unless it's like involving full body nudity. Then apparently that's what gets me. But yeah, I'm not really embarrassed usually about stuff. So tell me down below what your most embarrassing moment is. I would love to hear it. And please go please go watch Katie's video, because her video from the clip I've heard, and that's all I've heard at this point, seems pretty interesting. I cannot wait to hear why the guy had her panties or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will still be on this weird schedule of posting videos just randomly. until Sister Act is over. So until about June 12th or 13th or whatever. And then I will switch back to probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But sorry for that. It's just so busy. If you've ever seen Sister Act the musical, then you will understand. It's just a very exhausting show. Like it's physically exhausting. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And this is Megan Hilt out.